Wednesday morning, peak of the week, just past the peak of the month, and as of right now, looking at some nicer temperatures heading our way. Good Wednesday morning to you. I'm meteorologist Austin Onek. Forgive the crinkling noises coming from down below, but when you get a new toy, the dog just has to play with it. So looking a little crinkly this morning here at the House Onek studios. Quiet for the most part. We are not seeing too much of any major problems for weather in the next several days. Unless things change, we'll be looking again for that change if it happens. And as of right now, if you're looking at the radar in the upper left-hand corner, Sally has made its way ashore as a Category 2 hurricane, and it's a lot of possible problems down that direction as well. We'll take a look at that in just a little bit. Plus, coming up, how you can help your neighbors in the Mid-South by making certain that you are trained and ready to go when severe weather happens. You can become a spotter for the National Weather Service, and I'll show you how in just a little while. Right now, not much of anything going on. Again, pretty quiet for the time being. We're looking at conditions out there. A little sultry, a little bit of humidity, but not doing too bad. We're actually doing pretty good on the conditions for the next several days as some drier, cooler air makes its way into the Mid-South. But as of right now, currently on radar, we're just not seeing too much of anything at this point. And again, so far looking pretty dry all the way on through areas of the mid-Mississippi Valley down into the Delta, and no rain seen for right now. Now, we could see the possibility of some scattered showers, especially, again, what is left of remnants of Sally could drive some rainfall up this direction, so south of I-41st, but some of that could spread up into the I-40 corridor later on, so that could be a bit of an issue there. Air quality in the Mid-South, good for right now. We will be looking at the potential for, again, moderate air quality coming up as a forecast later on today. It's not bad. It definitely is not as bad as it is out west. Smoke and pollution out that direction from Vancouver, Canada, all the way down to Los Angeles, not good, and even worse in some locations, off the chart in parts of Washington State and around Oregon. So travel out that direction could be a bit of an issue, so please remember that. But here in the Mid-South area, by comparison, things are doing pretty good. The smoke is kind of avoiding the Mid-South and sticking out of the area, which is definitely good news, but those skies are not quite as blue, so smoke at high altitudes kind of coloring the skies out there. Sally, Category 2 hurricane, a very lopsided Category 2 hurricane, and making its way onshore close to Orange Beach and down toward Pensacola, going to be continuing to make its way up with a lot of rainfall. Now, the good news for us, it was expected to make more of a westerly track, and as of right now, it really does not appear that it is going to be going any farther to the west. Matter of fact, the path of this thing, along with the rainfall, is going to be going from Mobile up to around, say, Atlanta, Chattanooga in that area, and then curving over toward the Carolinas and the East Coast as a remnant low. Right now, it does not appear to be, again, a threat. It may remain as a tropical storm for about the next maybe 12 to 18 hours, and then remnant low tropical depression, excuse me, making its way over toward the Carolinas. But as you can see, it just really is not that much of a threat for the Mid-South. Now, we may catch some showers out of this, but that's going to be about it for the time being. We have plenty to keep an eye on out there. Absolutely incredible. I have never seen a map like this in the tropics where we have all of these different systems, both organized systems. Again, Sally over toward the coastline. North Atlantic, we've got Hurricane Paulette just off of Nova Scotia. Down a little farther, we've got new Hurricane Teddy, which is possibly our next system to be watching in the next few days. Vicky is a tropical storm, well out into the Atlantic and trailing Teddy, so difficult to see if that's going to do anything. And then we have a new system off the coast of Africa. That one could be an issue, marking 50 to 70% development chance on that one. We also have a system in the Bay of Campeche, down to parts of Mexico, eastern Mexico. This system measures at a 40 to 60% development chance. So that is something that could be an issue at this time. Again, Sally in the upper right-hand corner and this new disturbance in the Bay of Campeche wandering around. That, again, could be another system to watch, especially if you're heading toward the Texas coastal area into the next couple of days, down toward the Rio Grande, and that something, again, should definitely be watched there. What we have coming in is actually a new cold front being driven by a high pressure area up into Canada, and this thing is in a perfect position rotation wise to move a lot of cold air off of Saskatchewan and Alberta and drop it down our direction. So we've got that nice cold front on the way. It's going to be kind of a glancing blow, but that's also going to kind of edge what's left of Sally out of the picture. So as of right now, we're looking again at the possibility of some much nicer weather heading our direction. So good news on that. Currently from the National Weather Service Forecast Office, again, showing showers, maybe a few thunderstorms developing at this point later on today and into this evening, but that's going to be about it. And the forecast for the next several days, courtesy of the Weather Underground, showing again a few clouds mixed in as we go toward the end of the week. But notice those temperatures, mid to upper 70s for highs on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, finally getting back into the lower 80s for next week. Now that's pretty typical downwards temperatures, again, with that cooler air. So if it sticks around for a while, drier conditions, lots of sunshine into the next week or so, and also looking again at some pretty cool conditions comparatively by this time of the year. Does this mean an early autumn? Way too early to tell on that, and it looks like the extended forecast is showing some pretty good possibilities of some very warm conditions right on into winter, above normal chances for warmer and drier conditions, and that depends really on what La Nina, the cooling of the ocean water in the Pacific, does to the forecast. So stay tuned. We'll keep you updated on that into the next several days. If you'd like to know more about severe weather, if you'd like to be able to volunteer to help your community, National Weather Service will be teaching Skywarn Storm Spotter classes. Again, thanks to the pandemic, it is online again this year. So again, for right now, that's the way it's going to stay until everybody masks up and starts to, again, do the social distancing thing. And until everybody does, we're going to be stuck with these online things, and again, with things a lot different than what we would usually like them. So if you want to get back to normal, mask up and make certain you're social distancing and keeping your hands away from your face and trying not to get sick or making anybody else sick. Okay, off my soapbox. For right now, looking again at spotter training, starting in the next couple of weeks, it'll be done by county and location. So if you are in any of these counties, again, check the list, and to find that, go to weather.gov, click on the Mid-South area for the National Weather Service in Memphis, and then find the date of your training. It is going to be, again, online, so you should be able to participate, but there might be a limited number of spaces on there. And for, again, all of the information that we have from the National Weather Service, these dates may change or be canceled or postponed because of whatever reason. So keep up to date on that and watch what goes on. This is a really good opportunity for you to learn, and a really great use of yours and my tax dollars to keep all of us safer by using knowledge to make certain people are up to date on what goes on with severe weather. So if you'd like to know what to do to be a spotter, not a chaser, again, that is something you only do if you're an expert. This is for people in the community to look and see what's going on with severe weather, and to see, again, what is going on, to report that back to the National Weather Service so that you are the eyes and ears and brains of the National Weather Service out in the community. So if you would like to do this, and I highly recommend it as a volunteer opportunity, kids out there in middle school, high school, this is a very good thing to have on a resume that shows you wanted to make certain that you are spending a little bit of extra time beyond study and work to do something nice for your community. If I was an employer, that would play into my point of view right there, so something to think about. So again, Skywarn spotters are needed, and if you'd like to know more, all you have to do is go to, well, let me just show you here for right now. Go to weather.gov, you come up with the map of the entire United States, click on the Mid-South area, go to the National Weather Service Forecast Office for Memphis, and then go up to the headline at the top of the page. Become a Skywarn Storm Spotter. Click here for the Fall 2020 training webinars, and poof, there you are. It's that easy. So again, good opportunity to learn more about what's going on and how you can stay safe and how you can keep others safe during severe weather just by taking a couple of hours out of your day or evening or whatever to make certain that you are participating in keeping people safe. And thank you very much for those who are doing it already. More information on my social media pages, so please keep an eye out for more announcements there. And of course, we'll do more on the forecast as we go throughout the course of the rest of the next several days. So definitely want to keep an eye on that. Questions, concerns, email up at the top of the screen, meteorologist austenonek@gmail.com. And we'll be, again, more updates on the tropics as we got a lot to talk about in the next several days. So definitely want to stay tuned for a lot more. I'm meteorologist Onek. You've been watching Weather from Oz, podcast weather for Memphis and the Mid-South. Thanks for stopping by this morning, and stick around for a lot more in the next several days. Be safe out there, and stick around for more coming up later on Weather from Oz.